Hey everybody, Jim Wiegand here with 199seconds.com again today to talk to you about anger. Many years ago in our community, we had one of just the most heinous crimes imaginable. We had a young man in a drug-induced rage torture a 4-year-old boy for 3 days until the boy was brain dead. The family was shocked. The community was outraged. And maybe what I'm about to say is going to surprise you, but good. We as a community needed the reaction, everybody say reaction of rage. It was wrong, it was torture, it was innocence destroyed, it was one of the most terrible crimes you could ever commit, and this community came uncorked. When myself and others did the funeral, there was a very real sense of just outrage and anger amongst all the mourning and the tears that were equally real. Great reaction. If I were to say to you, hey, somebody murdered a 4-year-old, and you said, well, there's lots of kids, it's no big deal, I would be, shocked. That's a terrible reaction. The right reaction is outrage. It's man, I wish I could get my hands on that son of a gun. I'd kill him myself. I'd do to him what he did to that child. I'm not saying we should do that, but I'm saying the reaction is not inappropriate. There's a conclusion now, and this is going to be days, weeks, months, years, or never, but the conclusion is peace. From anger to peace, where I'm not like this is okay, it didn't happen, it's no big deal, but you're at peace with it. Somehow there's been this frame of time that's allowed you to process it to a place where you trust God. You don't have to be angry to make the world just. You trust a just God, and if there's room for vengeance, he'll be the only one qualified to take it. In between this reaction and this conclusion, this anger and this peace, there's a process. And what is that process? That process is called mercy. It's the greatest test that God has ever put into my life, is to trust him that he's got this, that I don't have to be his vengeance on earth, but to trust that when he says forgive as you're forgiven, that's the right thing to do. And I'll be honest with you, that process is not, oh, I realized I'm angry, I just forgive, it never happened. It took years really to digest and become, this may be the wrong phrase, but to become friends with the reality of my life, that it didn't outrage me anymore, it didn't destroy me anymore. It's a part of what I'd become, that experience, and helping people through that has become very instrumental. It prepared me to help people with PTSD, for example, and that have suffered tremendous abuse. That was the crucible of my education, was that process of my own recovery and mercy. So I'm here to ask you this today. What things are you still angry about that really need to go through the process of mercy so that you can arrive at peace? An orphan is angry. A son is at peace. An heir is a peacemaker. It's tough. But there's something to this destination that God is calling you towards that needs your full attention. Forgive as you've been forgiven. Be at peace. Receive his mercy. Give his mercy away. But then understand that there's a place in your world to help other people digest their pain. I'll talk to you again soon.